Aha! Hi kids, I'm Zul the alien, and this is my friend Maya the fox. She loves to read stories, fairy tales, novels. Now she'll read us a tale of Regoch and Kosinka.
Every time the horse keepers would fall asleep, fairies would descend from fluffy clouds to play with the horses. Among them was little Kosinka, who was visiting Earth for the first time. She immediately fell in love with riding, snatched the most spirited horse, and set off on an adventure. She rode for 7 days and she arrived at the distant city of Lagan. There she met Regoch, a giant man as big as the biggest oak tree in the biggest forest.
He reminds me of Hagrid from Harry Potter.
The two of them became friends and went on a journey into the unknown. Kosinka carried a bag of pearls given to her by her mother. Each of the pearls possessed a magical power. It could turn into anything Kosinka wished for. To make their journey easier, Kosinka turned one pearl into a basket. She set into the basket and Regoch wore it on his ear like an earring.
I wish I had such magical pearls.
One day, Kosinka and Regoch reached the forest that marked the border between two enemy villages. The children did not care for borders. They quickly defended Kosinka and Regoch. Only little boy Lydia was sad because he overheard the villagers' plan to flood the neighboring village using the river Sloboda. He decided to tell it to Regoch and Kosinka. At that very moment, what he described started to happen. The waters of Sloboda broke through the dam and flooded everything. Terrible.
Didn't they have a bridge in that story to save themselves?
No, they didn't.
Can I make a bridge?
Go ahead and make a bridge.
Here it is. Kids, come on and make a bridge. Maya, please read us the rest of the story.
Kosinka made a long rope from her dress to keep the kids safe. In the meantime, people from each village celebrated the downfall of the other one. They didn't even notice that everyone was going to die. Kosinka told Regoch to sit in a breach in the dam, using his broad back to block the waters. The flood was gone, and by morning, Regoch has built a new dam. At the end of the story, Regoch returned to his town of Lagan. Kosinka stayed and built a tall tower next to the villages. All the kids visited her there and played with her.
It all ended well, but those villagers were fighting for no reason, and they were not organized. They should have had a bridge.